Now say hello, Aaron. Aron.
Hi, Aron. Alright, so EdCon this weekend. It's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I had fun. Couldn't make the first day, but what I saw on the second day, I loved it.
Yeah, and we got to talk to some of the speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Matt Dillahunty and Aron Raw and David Silverman. We got to talk to them all.
Yeah, we got to talk to Aron Ra for quite a long time, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of the things he brought up is he noticed that thing that pushes people away from religion a lot is the hypocrisy and bigotry.
Well, not necessarily push them away. It was more plants the seed of doubt.
Yeah, plants the seed of doubt.
And that's what festers and grows, and then it was the Bible that totally caused them to reject it.
Yep. And I thought that was interesting because that totally fits with the way I feel about religion. It was the hypocrisy and bigotry that I saw that planted the seed of doubt in my head when I look back at my story.
Yeah, that's what drove me out of the church. I couldn't bring myself to go to church, even though I was a believer, because I couldn't go back to that, the way people would gossip and put other people down and just, and they weren't all doing it, but the few that were, the handful that were,
For me, it was bigotry too, because the rejection of all non-believers. Because I thought to myself, if God is supposed to be such a loving God, why does He only love the people in that church?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And for me, I just saw a bunch of bigotry, people doing a lot of things like saying how bad these people are, and they're being worse than the people they're ragging on.
Yeah, the Christian's favorite. They're less perfect than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what clinched it for me was reading the book of Job, and I'm like, if that's the way God is, I don't want any part of it.
Well, I had come to the conclusion after, when I was still a believer, that people were making God in their image, and when Scripture said that we were supposed to be made in His image. And so I believed that they were making that mistake,
Mm-hmm.
But now, as a non-believer, I feel like it's, I do believe that they are making a God in their image, because there are many gods that this ultimate God came out of, and none of that makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, the different personalities will portray God as a completely in many different personalities, the personalities of a number of Christians. And if there is a God, He'd only have one personality, and it would be a very loving God, not a cruel God that would destroy people by hellfire or whatever means.
Well, for me, the passage that caused me to reject religion outright was because when I went away to college, my best friend at college was gay, and I came home from college, and I was talking to Mom about it, and it bugged her. It really bugged her. So she pulled out of the Bible where it said that it was wrong, and when she showed it to me and I could not refute what it said, that's when I fully rejected the Bible.
Mm-hmm. And for you, it was even the Bible, because you were listening to a video by Aron, which talked about the origins of Genesis. So in a way, it was the Bible and Aron that helped you reject religion.
Yeah.
And you never told Aron that today.
I told him yesterday when I
Did
got
you?
to meet him for the first time. Yeah, I told him he was my stepping stone to help me understand. So, appreciated him.
I kind of told him that he was one of your heroes.
Yeah, before I met him, I was gone at the time, and then I came in.
He said, I'd like to meet her later, and then I brought you up to meet him.
Yeah.
You asked him a question at Tededicon, which was pretty awesome.
What was that?
I forget right now. Here's the video.
What about the future of atheism? Where can we stand, or where would we stand?
The ultimate goal of atheism is to negate all value to the word that we plug in ourselves. It should not be that you identify as the minority who does not believe impossible nonsense for no good reason. Sane people should be in the majority. And again, I said sane, and people are going to criticize me because, I'm sorry, no. If it's irrational, I'm going to call it insane. I know it's not pathological. I know it's not a clinical error, ailment. Okay. I understand the difference between, insanity and medical terms. I'm just talking about irrational decisions and belief systems that are not based on fact or care about truth. And very often you can get these people to admit that they don't. And what it is, for me, is, as I said, when somebody professes that they believe in talking snakes and donkeys and that they expect that the world is about to end and that we need to bring on this apocalyptic war, why are we electing those people based on those criteria? We should be looking at exactly opposite criteria for the people that we put in power and the policies that we pursue.
Anyway, I told Aron that I thought he was an awesome person, and he's even more awesome in person.
Yes, he is.